Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and I'd love to welcome you to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I am going to be making a Christmas card. This is my Holiday Wednesday, and I am going to be using a stamp set that came yesterday for me. I subscribe to this creative stamping magazine from the UK. I found it is much cheaper to subscribe online. I paid $24.99 a quarter instead of $24.99 a month that I pay at Joann Fabrics. It's worth it for me. The magazine gives you some ideas, but I much am in love with the stamps, stencils, and dies that you get with the magazine each month, and that's well worth $24.99 a quarter for me. And anyways, we got this set yesterday, and this is from issue 139. It has pigs, penguins, bears. I want to use the penguin today. Honestly, some of these sentiments really didn't speak to me. I think this one might be a play on a swear word, Happy Piggin' Christmas. I'm thinking that just dawned on me, but Merry Pigmas, that didn't make sense to me. So I'm going to use the penguin today, and I'm going to use the saying, it's penguining to look a lot like Christmas. Just having the word pigs and blankets, is that does that mean anything to anyone out there? If it's a cultural thing that I'm not aware of, or if this is a current trend with kids, I don't know. But I'm going to use the penguin. And I'm going to make my usual 5x7 card, and I know it's going to be horizontal, but I don't know what color it's going to be yet. So I have pulled out a white 10x7, a pale blue 10x7, and then kind of like a Dutch blue 10x7. And I haven't scored him yet because I'm going to wait and see what color card, and that's going to depend on how it looks in the background. I'm going to start by stamping. I've also pulled out this, these are trees. This belongs to my friend Marcia, so I'm not sure where she got these ones from, but I have gone ahead and cut out several of the trees in white that I will ink blend here. I know they're going on the card, but the first thing I want to do is stamp my penguin on here, because I'm going to cut out around the penguin. Let's see. One's got a little smudge on it, so I will use that for the back because I have two pieces. I used, I should explain that. I used the GinaK Master Layouts 8, I believe. Yes, Master Layouts 8. One is the stitch layer. This measures 4 3/8 by 6 3/8. And I cut out two of these because I'm going to stamp and cut the one and then use the other one for my background. It'll make sense as I'm going. Then I just picked black. This is a GinaK thing, and it's kind of becoming my thing now. This measures 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and that's just going to sit behind here on whatever card base I choose. So I'm going to stamp, and there's several penguins on here, penguin, but I want this one with a heart in the middle. Boy, they are stuck to that plastic. So this penguin, I kind of want to sit here. And I'm also going to stamp on here my sentiment. It's penguining to look a lot like Christmas. So that's going to come over here down in the bottom. But I'm only going to stamp one at a time. And I'm hoping this is going to turn out. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do this. I just couldn't picture it in my mind. But I think I have it now. Now I'm just taking the coating off of these, conditioning the stamps, I call it. And I'll condition both while I'm here. Now I'm going to use VersaFine Clear Nocturne. Again, it's my favorite black, but I can also use with alcohol inks, which I'm going to use on this penguin. And I thought he was all the way colored in, so I'm going to have to pull out a black marker to color him in. All right. Stamp him. And I have my waffle flower grip mat behind here, which may affect my stamping. So I'm going to have to do this a couple times. And I just put my hand in the black ink. Yeah, clean that off here a little bit. At least get it so that I don't get black all over. I'm also known as Kathy the Messy Crafter, and that's okay. That's my shtick. That looks good. So I'm going to clean that off with my tidy towel. And put that back on the plastic. And now I'll stamp the sentiment. I had a momentary lapse thinking, do I want to stamp the sentiment now? But yes, I do. Oh, I think one more time, and that'll look just fine. That looks good. All right, just going to clean that off. This sentiment I got because penguining reminds me of beginning. So it's the saying would be it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but this one it's penguining to look a lot like Christmas. Now I have this. These are old scrapbooking templates, and I want to make a hill. So I'm just going to take. Ooh, I don't have pencil. I'm going to take my black. I'm going to cover this up. I am just drawing on here where I want this hill to be. And now I'm going to cut that out. And I'm going to cut out the penguin. So this, feel free to skip ahead if you don't want to see me taking the time to cut around all his antlers and things. Because I'm just going to fussy cut them out, and I'm going to cut out right on the lines because I'm not a big fan of big white borders around objects. So I'm going to go quiet here while I cut around these so I don't cut off the antlers. Reminds me, no, I can't cut and chew gum at the same time. What really would have been cool is if these would have come with die cuts for the larger objects, but for the price, I can't complain at all. You can wish. Almost done. This one will be a little delicate. Okay, now I can talk because I'm made it through the antlers. Okay, now Now these pieces I'm just going to set aside. I can use these scraps for something else. Now on the other stitched piece, oh, I see a little bit of black that I didn't get off. So I'm just going to come in to snowbank. All right, so now I'm going to take and ink blend the background and make a little bit of a hill coming up here, I think. So what I'm going to do is find that template that I just had for the hill. It's see-through, so it's right here. I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to have a little hill coming like this. You won't see it behind. But I'm just going to put this on my grip mat now. Let me see, I want that hill to come up where you can see it, but I don't want it to be too overt. I think right about there would be fine. Now I'm going to do the sky first, and my favorite sky colors are Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Tumbled Glass and Broken China. I love the combination of the two for skies. So I just need my light blue brush, and I'm going to start with the tumbled glass first. And I'm not going to fill it in solid. I'm going to have streaks because skies aren't solid colors. Now I'm going to come in with the broken china. I want it to look like swirly clouds in the sky. And it's the broken china that really brings the sky to life. And you can see the swirled sky. Because when I'm all done, I'm going to put like speckled snow on there. I'm just going to clean off my stencil with a little bit here. See, and that made a nice curve. Now I'm going to just take my stencil, because where you had the curve here, the opposite side is showing. But I'm going to leave a little bit of that sticking out, just a hair sticking out, because I'm going to do a little bit of gray down here. I'm just going to leave my blue brush along the top edge. I want it to look like a snow bank. And gray will give you that color that you need for just a hint of snow. And I'm using soft stone, going very lightly to start, and then I'll come back in a little bit heavier. I'm doing it in layers because I don't want to make a big splash of dark gray. I want it to just be light. Now when I put this like here, I need to get a little bit of the gray on the top of this. Just a little. And so there you can see the snowbanks. This one I think I want to put just a little bit more on the edge. But I'm also going to cover that with glittery stuff, so don't worry about that. Now I am going to color in the penguin after I color my trees. And I'm almost positive I'm not going to use all these trees, but I have them cut, so I might as well color them while I'm here. Get these stuck down. I am going to use green. I picked out two colors, Lucky Clover and Christmas Pine. Now, Lucky Clover is a pretty bright color. So this is why I haven't really made up my mind about the card color yet. I'm going to Lucky Clover them first and then highlight with the Christmas pine. And I'm not covering them solid. I'm leaving white areas to give a little shadowing dimension. But I'm coloring them enough so that there's no like bright white. Now, the Christmas pine is a really dark color. So I just kind of want to hit and miss, if that makes sense. Just here and there. So it looks like some shadowing on the trees. And this one, I think I need to go back in with more of the Lucky Clover because that one's pretty light yet. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go a little bit more with the Lucky Clover on this green one in the top corner. And just make it so it's not as yellow. Okay, those are my trees. And I will add a little bit of glitter snow to them. So that I'll do once the card is all put together. Just going to clean this grip mat off with my tidy towel. All right. Now I'm going to put this on the black because that's going to go down first and be stuck together. And then I'm going to color my penguin. I'm just going to stick my acrylic block on that so that dries while I'm coloring my penguin. Okay, I have already pulled out a couple colors, but I still need to get my black, and I want to do the heart in red. So I want to get the red, and I need black. I'm going to start with black. This is just number 120, plain old black, that I'm going to do the outside of the penguin body in. And I probably will stop talking when I do this so I don't go outside the lines. A little bit of an ink smudge down here. I think I had some color on my fingers, so I'm going to use my sand eraser, and that came right off. Okay, now I see I missed some coloring here. All right, now for, let's see, let's just do the red on, this is R872 Tomato. It's one of my favorite reds in the Ohuhu markers. And I think I'll also make the headband that's holding the antlers on top of the penguin red also. Okay. For, I think I picked this brown for the antennas. This is E645 burnt orange. And I think that'll give me a nice brown. I guess they are antennas, but I meant the antlers. And I like how they curled up from me cutting them. So I might leave them curled up when I go to put it on the card. Could glue them down flat, and I may do that. But I just like how it curls and it gives it dimension. Okay, now for the feet, I've chosen BG083 Cool Gray. Now the name on this, I'm also going to do it now just to the feet. There's a lot of different colors called Cool Gray, but they just have different numbers. Because I wanted them to be dark, like a penguin, but I didn't want them to be black, just so that you could see them a little bit better. And I think I'll do that for the underside of his wings too. Now, I picked another gray. This is B991 Pale Blue Gray for the inside of the penguin. It's a gray with a violet-like hue to it, but it makes it look white. I didn't want it to be as white as the snow. I wanted it to look a little grayish, and I thought this was a nice color for that. Now I'm going to go over this a couple of times on the side. The longer and more often you use the same color, it creates a shadow effect. And I'm going to leave the center of the belly just colored once. So that kind of makes him look round. I don't know if you can see that on here. Now, for the little chookies, I've chosen E194 Powder Pink. And I think I'll do the beak in the same color. I don't know what color a penguin's beak is, but that's what I'm going with. And I got some more. I must, yeah, I do have ink on the side of my finger. Okay. Now, I want to throw some trees in here. But I don't know how many. Do I want to fill the background with trees? And it can stick out over the edge a little bit. So if I do 3 there, that would look nice behind him. And maybe just a couple down here. I don't know. See how that looks on camera here. That looks pretty good. So that's the placement I'm going to go with the trees. So I'm going to glue those down flat. So this one first. And you don't have to get every petal. If some of them, petal or branch of the tree, if some of them stick up a little, that's okay. And I'm going to stick this up above the top of the card. And that will stick out a little bit on that side of the card. No, that would look dumb. So that one's going to come in more. I don't want it to stick out over the snowbank because that wouldn't look nice. And this one will go right in the middle. And these two will go right there. And again, I'm going to go above a little bit. And I got a little errant piece of tree. Now this, I am going to use some foam tape. And I'll just use the wide. This is 1/2 inch foam tape. "26 minutes in of recording. That's not too bad so far. Now I'll use my narrower ones for down here. It's the same height so that it won't make a difference. Then I can put a little bit behind his head. All right. And that one's sticking out a little bit. Didn't notice that when I put it down, so I'm going to trim that off just a hair at the end here. I'm going to stand up. And I'm going to get the white pieces lined up. That's looking pretty good. Now I need to figure out what color backing. What color card do I want to put this on before I can finish the embellishments? That's with that color blue. With that blue. No, I don't want that blue. I'm thinking the white. All right. So I'm just going to take my scoreboard. And I have one of the big 12-inch Martha Stewart, but I like this little one for here at my desk. And I'm just going to take this is my Cricut bone folder, and get that in a 5-inch, fold it over, crease it good with my bone folder. All right. Yeah, let's put this on this side. And this I'm going to glue flat. Now I'm going to use my Quickie Glue Pen. This goes on blue. Now I just need a little piece of scrap paper to make sure it's working. And I'm just going to go on the edge of this top snowbank. And it doesn't matter if I come down further because this is just going to glisten snow. So I am just scribbling on the glue. And I'm going to do a little bit back here on this one. And then I'll come do the trees. But I need a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to be, oh, that's Stencils. That's, here it is. Ultra fine transparent crystal glitter. And I'll just get a brush. Let's see. This is a big brush, but it'll work. Get it off where I didn't put glue. Now I'm going to put a little bit on the trees. So I'm going to take my glue pen and just put some glue here and there on the trees. Like at the ends of the petals. This is going to be a very glittery card. And once this glue dries, the glitter should not fall off, other than areas where I didn't want the glue and I didn't brush it off. I just want to see how this looks. And glitter makes for a very messy card making process, and I'll be covered with glitter for the rest of the day. And I don't know if you can, it's hard to get that glitter. Oh, there you go. There you can see it. All right, so I'm going to pick up this glitter and slide it back into the bottle. And I will dispose of that piece of paper because otherwise I will have glitter on the next project that I use the paper for. And I'm just going to wipe up what remains, hopefully. One more wet wipe. Okay. All right. I do think I'm going to use Wink Stella, of course, and I'm going to put it on the outside of the penguin that I did in black. And on the heart in the middle. Oh yes, I was going to do, do I still want to do this or not? Okay, this is what I have in mind. I have this one stencil that it's a 3-layer stencil that does flowers. I just want to use the portion that, well, I already pulled them out. Where did I put them though? Okay, Mr. Stencils, where did you go? Maybe this is a sign telling me don't do it, don't do it. Oh, here it is right here. Thinking of just making it look like snow falling by putting it randomly on here using the stickles that I just had. Oh, here they are. I'm going to try. Why not? I'm here. I'm going to give it a go. I'm just going to put this down and have some stickle snowflakes. Get it through the stencil. Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. I put it in the sky, and then I'm also going to put some down here. Yeah, let's put just a little bit down here so it looks like it's snowing. That is actually pretty darn cool. Can I get you to see that? You might see it better once it's dry and I photograph it for the cover photo. But that looks like there's snow falling. That's just the Stickles, the glitter gel, and Moon Dust is the color name. Just used a little bit. And now I'm going to quickly say, that's my card for today. I hope you enjoyed my process. It is a glittery mess, but I think it'll look really nice once it is all dried. And then I'll take a photo to show you. But thank you so much for watching. I need to go wash these two things under some hot water. Have a great rest of your day.